Hello everyone and welcome to more International Yomi League 5 action. Today we have a game in the Flagstone City group between Flagrantangles and Fivec. Flagrantangles currently 5-0 in the group, for Fivec currently 4-1, so top end of the group pool matchup here currently. Winner going to get a big advantage moving on into the next round. Flagrantangles going for Quince here against 5X Setsuki. 5X known for his very, very high quality Setsuki play. His signature character. Most of the time, you'll see, if you're playing him in a tournament, you can expect to see his Setsuki come out. Flagrantangles, I think, does like Quince. I'm not too familiar with playing him in tournament games. I don't think I ever have in a tournament. No, I think I've played him once in a draft. I don't remember seeing Quince there, but I could be mistaken. Immediate 7 throw there from Fivec, catching the block of Quince, and this is the tough part for Quince in this matchup. He has a lot of dodges, but if Setsuki is brave enough to attack, no, sorry, to throw into it, he's then got to show he's willing to attack, and all of Quince's attacks are so slow. I know a lot of people consider this a Quince favourite matchup, but I mean, this probably just shows my lack of experience in the Quince matchups. The times I've tried it, it's never gone well for me. One of those things. So Quince taxing on attacks, but to be honest, I don't think realistically I wouldn't stop me necessarily attacking if I was 5 if I've got a good combo of an attack. Um, but again, these are two characters I've never really played. I dabbled a bit with Setsuki when I was young, and yeah, like I said, there's the Queen, willing to accept giving Flagrantangles the 2 cards. He's going to be able to dump his entire hand off this and get another Speed of the Fox turn coming up. Yep, there we go. Good 18 damage. And already that 20 life lead that Quince gets to start with has completely evaporated, and he's now 15 behind. Yet another Speed of the Fox turn here. This is a problem with playing Setsuki. You have no idea what she's got in your hand. You can make an educated guess based on like statistic on what she's played so far. So, but yeah, there we go. There's a 7th row. Completely catches. And yeah, there's another. So he could have dumped there either off the queen or off the throw. I don't think there's anything there that's. Yeah, I mean that's technically I think slightly more damage. Although it would have led into a king knockdown, so it led the Quince on knockdown on which. And yet another queen for 5-ek. This is the danger of Setsuki. You get caught, and you can just get caught over and over and over again. Let's have a look at his throws, however. So he's used 2 7 throws. He's still got all his 8s left. He's got 2 7s left. So yeah, even a good king spin loop for Flagrantangles isn't going to be enough to save him here. 5-ek just digging through those deck, so he could have literally almost anything in hand at this point. Okay, there we go. Dodge, dodge. Expecting Flagrant to get tired of being thrown, expecting a desperation attack. But even then, I think 5-ek will gladly take a dodge dodge turn. Yeah, it means he doesn't do any damage, but you know, he's fine being on low cards. Setsuki lives on the low hand size. So here's the question: how does Flagrantangles get out of this situation? He obviously needs to land a hit sooner or later. Ooh, that could be it. However, unless he's got a Joker, that is going to be game. Face down, obviously, yeah, you've got to. 5-ek's going to dump his entire hand anyway, if he can. Actually, can he? No, he can't dump his entire hand, but there you go. Doesn't matter anyway. I guess he might have had two of a kind in hand to power. No aces at all seen in that game. Very, very interesting. Okay, Flagrant Angles try to build up a hand here. Says that yes, you threw me a lot the first game, but I don't think I think you're going to switch it up. I think you are going to start pressuring me with those high-speed Setsuki attacks that Quince has so much trouble dealing with. Fivec likewise actually saying, "Well, I'm expecting you're gonna try and dodge me or attack me." But yeah, Fivec says, "Well, you're gonna block. I'm gonna throw you. I'm just gonna keep this shit up, and eventually, you know, you're gonna have to attack into me. I'm gonna make you have to play something. You're not allowed to build up a hand size as Quince. You cannot do this. And 5X will not allow you to do that." That's two 7 throws in this couple, and an 8 throw as well. So, I mean, again, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm talking about, potential king throws, but we obviously need for Quince to get an attack off for that to be a thing, as well as have the king in hand. Finally, Flagrant Angles gets on the board with a 7 throw. Is he going to combo into anything here? Is he going to take the knockdown? See if 5x face down. If he faces down, I think you take the knockdown. Yeah. Yeah, you take the knockdown. Okay, he gets a successful bluff off. So we've got a queen spin. The low speed on the queen side of the attack really doesn't probably mean anything in this matchup, just because of the simple fact that almost any of Setsuki's major attacks are going to outspeed you. Not just ace, queen, jack, even king attack, but even 2 and 3, realistically, they're going to outspeed any of your normals. And 2 will outspeed your jack attack and your ace attack. Meaning it's really hard to get a cross up as Quince's matchup. Right, Setsuki has a lot of options to wake up attacking with. So that's why Quince goes for the dodge, and 5Ek reads it and goes for the 10 throw, expecting that dodge or the block. Expecting the nervousness from the Quince. No. Knew it was really scary to be able to play the Queen raw. Okay, we have a 2 truce. Only 3 cards in this card pile, so definitely going to bring those 3 back. Interesting hand. Interesting choice putting the 2 3s on the same side. When someone said to me about why Quince is favoured this matchup, the reason it was given to me is his number of dodges. That's putting both his dodges on the larger card pile size. I'm not sure I personally agree with that. I mean, it does put in the threat of powering up for an ace, I guess. But then that's why you would give you the 6 and the 7. I guess the 6 and the 7 do potentially combo into more damage. You could say king into 6-7, or in an absolute ideal world, like 6-7 into king throw plump pump. Gets the block off, catches the queen. Now Quince has the hand size. Now Flagrantangles has the ammo in hand. At a reasonable stable life total as well. Yes, that can be blown up in maybe 2 or 3 combat wins for Setsuki, but it gives him something to play with. Not quite a half elf yet, not completely out of the game. And there is the second queen. It almost seems destined for a Setsuki player to have one queen and then immediately have the second queen. Wow. No pumps. Believed that was a real joker. Brilliant bluff there by Flagrantangles, getting away with murder. Now, does that mean he has a third queen in hand? How many queens is that in the discard at this point? That's two queens in the discard. Could that mean he potentially has the third queen? And potentially could pull something amazing here. Well, I say amazing. No, it's regular two poke. Caught with the dodge by Flagrantangles. I guess would have caught the queen as well. Gets the knockdown, no damage. So, does Fivec have the second Joker in hand? That's the question. Would that be why he didn't follow up? Because he couldn't have been able to pump everything? Maybe that's the reason? Flagstone attack. Gonna take attacks. Take Setsuki's scary option off the table. You're more than happy for it to block. Obviously, Quince could not get a positive spin on this turn because even though he won combat and not, ooh, there's the two attack, catching Flagrantangles with the 5 cross up. So as even though he did win combat and get the knockdown off the throw, the Joker prevented all damage and therefore positive spin did not activate. Wow, that is a lot of damage, and that is a huge Joker there for Flagrantangles. That would have been, let's see, King Pump Pump plus 17. King does 11? Yeah, 11 damage, 2, 11, 13 plus 17. I mean, 30 damage would have knocked him down to 21 health. A real red danger zone there for Quint on 21. Yet another high speed attack from Setsuki, just keeping the pressure on here. To boy was at that. I just got to deal with a little message here. Might adjust my volume slightly. Sorry about that. Alright. So, Flagrantangles representing consent of the governed now. One of his only decent speed attacks. But even that's beaten out by the Queen. That could be game right now unless he's got the second Joker in hand. Seventh throw could suggest he has. It's a very ballsy play from knockdown, but no, that will. Oh no, not lethal. That's interesting. He obviously Fivec had a very awkward hand there, not able to get lethal of 21 off a Queen attack. Couldn't do another 12 damage off the remaining 2 pips. But with 7 ace ace on the top of the discard pile, the mix up is throw or very fast attack. Even single ace does 8 damage here. So, no potential. Single ace 8 or 9? Actually, might be 9 damage now I say that. What's Setsuki single ace damage? 9 damage. That's. Apologies there. But yeah, even single ace here will be enough to kill. Flagrantangles has no speeds that's outspeed that, which leads into potential dodge, which gives the then the mix up for the 7, which again, Flagrantangles has no throws that can beat a 7 throw. So he has to guess right here. Thinking a long time. Has he got a Flagstone Tax or 2 Truths in hand? Thinking a long time about what he wants to do here. Or has Flagrantangles' internet gone down? Oh, I really hope that's not the case. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yep, Flagrant Angles has dropped out. That's unfortunate. I know he plays mostly in library, and it may be their Wi-Fi has disconnected. He does have a little bit of a spotty issue. Hopefully, it's not gonna affect the rest of the matchup. He has rejoined. Oh dear. Ooh, so I'd be almost tempted to give Flagrant Angles a Joker here. Yeah. Um. Yes, you know he's got it in his hands now, but it's one Joker. You're so far ahead, you can really afford to give that to him. Again, that gives him the life pile. I don't actually win. Semi tempted to give him the rock. Although I guess how many? So he's used half of his king beating throws. So maybe he's wondering, well, if I do, oh, and that will be game. Well, no, let's just say Flagrant Angles face down here. It's got to be the real Joker. Yeah, there we go. Fivec takes the knockdown. If he hadn't used the Joker there, like any hit is going to be death. In fact, 5x got checkmate here with ace. I think, yeah, single ace. Chip will guarantee to do it. That's a checkmate right there. Yeah, that was the Joker decision actually. There was a very tough one because it actually came down to whether you thought 5 was going to respect it. If 5x followed it up and you weren't knocked down, then Joker was entirely the right play. Because then you can stay standing, you've got your options. But if 5x respected it, then your only way of getting out from a knockdown is the gold burst. So it's catch 22 there. So again, Flagrant Angles trying to get the block off. 5x expecting Flagrant Angles to get tired of being thrown in the early game. Flagrant Angles willing to accept it, but definitely in deep trouble here. Needs to mount some kind of resistance. The games have been fairly convincing so far for 5x. But as they generally tend to be for Setsuki, if Setsuki gets into a groove, they tend to be really hard to stop. Especially if they can get a Bags of Trick loop up going. Bags of Trick, obviously the ability of Setsuki to add whatever she likes to her draws next turn, does have the minor disadvantage of then your opponent knows you've got those cards, which is different than the normal Speed of the Fox turn where you have almost no clue of what Setsuki has in her hand. But it will always still be at least two mystery cards in there too. So again, 5x going for the continual dodge. Flagrant Angles showing some great patience here by keeping the blocks going. Finally, 5x goes for the throw, catches Flagrant Angles, still holding down back there, into a double ace combo. The last two cards in Setsuki's hands, pumpable. Oh, doesn't power up. Now this could be Flagrant Angle's chance to catch up if he can win this combat. 5x could not pump up there to get a single ace back in hand, so could not dump his entire hand. Catches two. Now what can he pump up? Oh, no way of dumping off a normal either. Now this is interesting. So that probably tells me that remaining cards are probably throw, or if that was some higher normals. I'd be very tempted to attack here as Flagrant Angles. Either that or go for a fast throw, like a 7 throw or something like that. Catches the dodge. Fivec face down. Not probably a real Joker. Probably mostly just to. Wow, was a real Joker. Okay. Guess that could be the other cards that were in hand. I do not blame at all Flagrant Angles going for the consent of the governed play there. Um, Definitely the right play. You knew that Fivec either had throws or Jokers in hand from the inability to pump. Uh, even staring down a really unfortunate situation, Flagrant Angles finds the time to have a bit of a smile and joke about it. Why I love playing against him. Always a fun matchup when you play against Flagrant Angles and casuals. Jack catches the attack. Now, obviously, he's drawn some new cards since then. Can he, again, still cannot dump his hand? So it's either the second Joker in hand or it's some more throws. I'm honestly not sure at this point. This is an interesting situation here. Wow. Again, just a single poke. This is really unfortunate for Fivec. Any other game that he's had so far, he would be storming ahead with these combat wins. Don't know who guest is. Probably one of the regulars. I feel your pain there, Flagrant Angles. Definitely one of the harder characters to get a feel of playing against. I know a lot of people say like my Troc is supposedly favoured against Setsuki. I never feel that way though. I always feel under so much pressure. That's a rushdown character for you. That's what they're designed to do, is to put you under that pressure. There's a reason she's only got 70 life. If she didn't have it, if she had more than that, she would be absolutely insane. Good block there by Flagrant. Trying to rebuild after that unfortunate consent of the governed. But yet again, needs to make something happen while Fivec has this unfortunate hand. So again, keep the blocks. So maybe Fivec does have another Joker in hand. He definitely has something awkward. Definitely doesn't have. Oh, there you go. So yeah, high tens. There we go. Those throws that I was talking about. Okay, one ace back. Is that both aces out of this card pile now, or just one of them? Might have a second ace in hand. Could have been another reason for being unable to dump. You obviously cannot combo into single ace. So they are can't combo moves. Great dodge follow-ups if you've got actually four aces. You can play ace, 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 ace for max damage. But the chances of that ever happening for Setsuki is minuscule. She'll normally have dumped her hand, played double ace as a follow-up well before then. Ooh, 5x reading a potential throw. This has got to be a way of pumping off this. Of dumping that. Yeah, there we go. There's the double ace. Smart Joker there by Flagrant Angles, but I believe that's both of them now in the discard. Oh no, the other one was from no. Yeah, other one was from last game. So Flagrant Angles back to a good quality hand size. 11 cards is where Quince wants to be. Um, but more importantly than that, 5x got Speed of the Fox off. He managed to dump his hand. So he's now out of that awkward situation he was in for a good 6-7 turns. In a situation where he can put the pressure right back on. Yeah, and there it is, back with the Queen pressure. Can't kill off this, obviously. 36 damage, quite a lot for Setsuki to get through. Um, Quince immediately face downs with another Joker. Fivec ending with two cards in hand, and that's either a pair and he's going to pump for a single ace. No, again, doesn't dump his entire hand. Down to 3 cards. So again, not much damage capable for Setsuki off a 3 card hand. This is definitely Flagrantangles' opportunity here. Finally gets a big 6 normal off on that throw. Face down. So yeah, that was the other thing, was whether it was the other Joker or not. Obviously, either way, if it wasn't actually a Joker, I'd been very tempted to at least put 1 card into it if you had one available. Just obviously that would have stopped a Speed of the Fox turn. But with the successful bluff, Fivec does get a Speed of the Fox. Flagrant reveals the King throw. Now, what? That was obviously double 8 pumped up. 1-7 shown there, so that's 5 throws still available that beat a King throw. 3 or 7s, which obviously beats a Quince 7 throw. Interesting choice, going for the Queen there. I guess he just deciding he wants the damage follow up. Interesting going for the Queen and the 10. 10 actually is very especially interesting for me because you got so many cards in hand at this point. I don't think you need the Flagstone attack for another 10. I'd be slightly tempted to take a 7 instead at that point. But then again, I'm not the Quince main. Flagrantangles is. I will personally disagree, but no, he probably knows better. King throw is successful. Managed to spin it. What we have the Queen for knockdown. Is that both Jokers? No, I think it's only a single Joker still. So there's the other Joker. Actually, would have taken the Ace for the knockdown. Yeah, I guess with the more cards in hand, as I discussed earlier on my other video, I think Ace on knockdown is slightly better than Queen on knockdown if you have a lot of cards in hand and therefore can take advantage of a Patriot Mirror turn. Obviously, we're not getting that because the Joker did block the damage, therefore prevents the Ace's ability going off and also prevents the positive spin going off too. So Quince having to play honest for the last time, even in victory. If he gets any more combat wins now, he'll be able to start the full spin shenanigans. Flagrantangles taking as long as he has available to think on that. Catches the Jack with a dodge, and we are now in Quince's territory. He finally has what he wants to do. The mix-ups are now a real and credible threat for Setsuki. No, taking positive spin over Patriot Mirror. Definitely not believing that a fast throw exists in Setsuki's hand. So we're going to get the King, the Queen. Like I said, I'd be tempted to go back to the 7. He went for the 10 last time, but I'd be semi-tempted to go for the 7. Yeah, there we go. There's the 7. Ooh, another 2 truths. So, keep the piles as they are? Or maybe with the 7 over? Yeah. That's a really tough decision. Yeah, I guess it's not as tough as I first thought. As much as it really sucks to give a queen and a king to Quince, you can't be giving to... Oh, is that a timeout? Oh no, that's an automatic timeout. I mean, he won combat anyway, but I don't think... Yeah, he did not want that. King would have obviously been much more successful, and that gets Fivec out of the spin cycle. Very unfortunate execution error there for Flagrantangles. Unfortunately, it's the one downside of playing the high skill cap characters like Quince, like Gloria, like Persephone. That timer does become a huge factor. Ooh, King catches the big six normal. King pump pump. Double ace finisher. Brings him down to 5. Not dead, but fighting for his life here. One combat win for Fivec will win it. Both Jokers gone for Flagrant Angles. Powering up with the Queens. Desperately needs that consent of the governed threat. But even that, like, consent of the governed loses to a queen, and there's two queens still. Oh, well, I say there's two queens. Could potentially be three queens still available for Setsuki. I know. I would tend to go Queen 7 and something else. See, I'm not sure I agree with the ace ace because you win off any tap anyway. A queen is pretty much just as good. I guess actually like it's more of a guarantee. Like it gives you more high speed options. No, no, ignore me, 5Ek. You are completely correct. Ace Ace was the right option there. Um, I'm just thinking, I'm thinking other characters that have as best as 1.0 speed attack. Like obviously, Jaina with a zero point 0.2 speed. Oh, the bravery by Flagrant Angles with the big 7 poke. Uh, Confirms things consent of the governed just like that. 37 damage brings 5 down to 17. We have a positive spin turn up now. It's another 7 actually in the discard pile. Although that was the one that was brought out. Yeah, that's the one that's brought out. So 5 out of 16 cards, 4 of those can be a king throw. The question Flagrant Angles has to ask is, does he believe? Does he believe that 5 is going to play the faster throw? Or even 5 does 5 believe that Flagrant Angles is going to do it? This is pretty much pure rock, paper, scissors here. And yep, that's going to be it. 5 takes it 3-0, knocking Flagrant Angles off his perch of unbeaten run. Both of them now at 5-1 in the group, making it a very, very close situation at the top of the thing, but convincing wins there by 5-Ek. Well played by Flagrant Angles. Definitely no disgrace losing to 5-Ek. One of the strongest players out there, in my opinion. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Again, any feedback is greatly appreciated. And keep playing more Yomi. Enjoy.